What they discovered is that these patterns are actually mathematical codes, specifically codes that describe the ether of space-time itself. They are error-correcting codes, the same ones used in the search engines and web browsers that we are using right now to visualize this information. And guess what? It's the same code that runs the universe. Therefore, here we have another evidence that we possibly live in a programmed matrix of light, or holographic matrix. We could also detect inconsistencies in the laws of physics. Could quantum mechanics shed light on this mystery? Quantum mechanics, responsible for studying physical behavior on the smallest scale, has offered a series of baffling clues to date. As we delve into the smallest, things become stranger. We have discovered that particles transition from one phase within existence to another phase outside of it, and possibly go to different dimensions, where we cannot measure them. We now also understand that some of the synapses of our thoughts present in our brain do exactly the same thing. Additionally, quantum mechanics has revealed that reality does not exist until it is observed, known as the observer effect, which states that the observer modifies the observed. As we are completely immersed in it, in this reality, it becomes very difficult or almost impossible for us to detect it, but it is very likely that we are living in a matrix of light. Just like when you are immersed in a dream, you are usually so involved in the plot that you don't even consider its mental or illusory nature. The deeper you delve into physics and philosophy, the more you realize that seeing yourself as a player in a virtual reality game or simulation is actually a quite accurate metaphor for the journey of spiritual awakening. This idea that our supposed reality is actually an illusion is not new. It has long been suggested in both Eastern and Western philosophical traditions, notably in concepts such as Plato's allegory of the cave and Hindu notions of the unreality of the world. The concept of Maya is surprisingly similar to the simulation hypothesis. Maya in Hindu philosophy refers to the cosmic illusion in which the material world is perceived as real, hiding the true immutable reality of Brahman, the ultimate reality. Plato's allegory of the cave, depicted in the Republic, describes prisoners who, chained from birth in a cave and limited to the single vision of the wall in front of them, perceive the world outside the cave only through the shadows projected on that wall. Plato's allegory suggests that our perception of reality may be far from actual reality. The shadows on the wall are the superficial reality experienced in a simulated world, with the real world existing beyond our immediate perception. Many other ancient traditions or philosophies point in this direction, but listing them all would be too extensive. The analogy of the simulation provides an extremely valuable tool for unraveling the essence of existence. However, often the dynamics between the phenomenological realm, our three-dimensional reality, and consciousness are not perceived clearly. There is no division between them. They are indivisible entities, two facets of a single reality. It must be understood that the phenomenological physical world would not exist without consciousness. Without a conscious perceiver, physical reality, the universe, is just information. Like the philosophical dilemma posed, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? It is the existence of consciousness, of the observer, that decodes that information into a perceivable reality. Just like a computer game, it is nothing but information on a disk, which the computer then decodes and presents as images on a screen. The physical world we perceive, at the conscious level at which we perceive it, is a projection into our three-dimensional reality that originates from another dimension. It begins in an immaterial and formless realm, a kind of void of potentiality and infinite possibilities, and through our conscious intention and collective conscious intention, it is projected and eventually materializes in this solid 3D world in which we dwell. For all these reasons, it seems very likely that we are immersed in a holographic projection, where the mind or consciousness dictates matter. To exist, the physical world depends on the observer, as quantum physics suggests. If we consider this seriously, we could conclude that by taking control of the mind or consciousness, either individually or even more powerfully, collectively, we can control